Welcome back to Discovering Foundational Truths. My name is John Lemus.
Director Muller.
Gaza.
Hussein Ambroa.
We're meeting today. Title actually for today is going to be from consumer to creator. From consumer to creator. I usually start out with a couple of different questions, just trying to get our our minds down into our heart and trying to answer from our heart. Can anybody tell me what is the difference between freedom and security? Think about what is the difference between searching for freedom or searching for security. Think about it.
I mean, freedom is when you're able to do whatever you want. And security is being comfortable of doing, your regular daily life,
Okay.
from my understanding.
Which one's better?
Freedom, for sure.
Freedom is better.
You can ask anybody in jail, they tell you that.
Okay. Yeah, freedom is definitely better. Security actually kind of holds you back. 'Cause it maybe you're getting a job and say, like, just for instance, my wife, she loves the idea of having health insurance included, 401k, all the actual stuff for secure when you get older. But really, it kind of holds you back.
Yeah.
It doesn't allow you to become the best version of yourself.
Okay.
You're trying to search for security. But freedom, really, it's kind of scary at the beginning, but it just takes the top off of it. Allows you to get to be, whatever you can be. So,
Why can't you have both?
well, one will actually kill the other. Looking for security, you lose your freedom because your ideas are all meshed into that being secure. Being secure doesn't allow you to become your best.
For me, security is having enough. Like you said, it doesn't have to be 401k, but I used to have enough funds
Mm-hmm.
to protect all my assets and stuff. From that, I have the freedom to pursue other things. Like I have enough money to start a new project, but I do have funds that are safe, that are secure for anything that needs to come, like a saving funds. That's like you're secure and you have that freedom.
So just look at it as like being a door. Freedom is a door. Security is a door.
That would be my definition of
Yeah,
freedom.
that's what I'm trying to give you an idea here. If you go through the secure door, there is no freedom. If you go through the freedom door, you have freedom and you have security. You make that choice. It's a mindset choice.
Yeah.
That's the difference between accepting a job or being an entrepreneur, too. Same idea.
Well, security doesn't have to be a job, though. What do you mean security has to be a job?
For the idea as a job, a lot of times the sale of a job is they're going to provide things for you at the end of your job. They're going to provide your health insurance for you. They're going to provide, a way, say it's, retirement plan or whatever.
You can provide that yourself.
Absolutely. That's through freedom. I'm saying you have to build it yourself, though. But when you do that and you make that step to build it yourself, there's a lot more levels you can get to that, the actual person that's secure. There's no one that's ever really had a job that's become financially rich. You know what I'm saying? You're at a certain level of what your employer can pay for that job. Now, if you own the company and you supply the jobs, and you can go as high as you want to.
Right.
It's just two different things to choose from. Either security or freedom.
In there.
Yeah. All right, here's a deep question. What do I want to achieve in the next 5 years? We'll start with Haji. What do you want to achieve in the next 5 years? Sure.
My plan is always the same.
Same?
Yeah, it's to grow my business.
Mm-hmm.
Tell stories. Stories for my people and made by my people.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to to do that, like just to be able to tell that, whether it's 80 million, whether it's 100 million, whether it's 200 million, just to do that, just grow the business, make movies about my people, for my people, made by my people.
So does that have anything? You guys feel bad about his answer there, though, or do you have anything to say anything about his answer?
I mean, if that's his vision, he can only see it his way. But
So how clear is that to you, though?
I mean, it can't be clear to me because I'm not the one who's dreaming it, realistically. But
the more clear you make it, the more you're going to actually find steps to get there.
mm-hmm.
Like you said, grow my business. If I say grow my business, What does that mean?
It can mean so many things,
You
you
wanted to
know.
get into deeper.
No, I'm just saying, just
have the right environment to ask it right now.
Yeah, just have
Yeah,
a couple
I literally
people.
just gave you a
But
couple.
I'm saying if you have something to shoot for, it's different than say grow my business.
Yeah, I
It's like,
mean,
I want to be rich. What the heck does that mean?
like rich can be any number.
No, I want to be a millionaire. You know,
Yeah.
now you have.
Now you got a number in rich.
I
It's
can,
a
I can
80.
give you bullet points, and I can give you into. Last time we talked about how I'm gonna grow my business and what I need to grow my business.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I already know we talked about it, and I already know the struggles that my business is going through that needs to be flustered out.
Mm-hmm.
So I already know that. And in terms of okay, how am I gonna tell my story for my people, about my people, by my people?
Mm-hmm.
Now those are the steps that I can tell you as well.
Is there somebody that is gonna fund that, or you're gonna fund it yourself, or like is there something that you're shooting for? Is there a certain producer you want to work with, or is there
Not
something like that?
Not really. I'm not expecting for people to fund me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking individually.
Right.
But in terms of people funding the project, yes, I already have a documentary that is already shot, interviewed a lot of people,
Mhm.
and the documentary is already in editing mode. I already have the trailer. It's going through the third edit next week.
Mm-hmm.
So that crowdfund that, get enough money, go to Africa, go shoot the whole project. That's already done.
Okay.
That's the first process, and we shot that back in December.
No, I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when we talked about growing my business, countless of times, I'm the person that I already know my flaws now, and I already know my insecurities in my business as well. And we talked about that the last podcast as well. So, and those are the things that I need to work on. How am I going to grow my business? Now, the steps I need to grow it, first of all, is I already know we talked about it last time too. It's like, okay, I need to let go of, not being able to trust.
So I'm just gonna kick back.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have a business; you have a job.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah,
To
self-employed.
make it a business, now you're talking. These are the steps you got to take.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Mo? Next 5 years.
Next 5 years, I'll be in my early 30s. So for me,
That was like 25 years ago. Go ahead.
now for me it's pretty simple. Definitely have 7 figures by all means, legally, obviously. By all means. Grow my family. Definitely have another child. Definitely by then. And another thing is, I'll say my third option is definitely focus, lock in with like spiritually, religion wise. I mean, I'm working on it, but it could definitely still improve within 5 years. Fourth will be secure couple properties. Have some passive income in that real estate environment. And lastly is just be create more connections and have better relationships with others.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taking 5 years, brother.
I could say one thing I was thinking about is that employ 20 plus people in like 5 years. So yeah, it can be more than that, but 20 can be like the beginning point of view.
Yeah, good shooting point.
Yeah. So then the second one was like I just buy some land, some acres, just to buy.
You could have a plan because
I mean,
owning land is not going to help.
I just want to buy just to buy it. Yeah. Yeah, just, if I need to place something somewhere, I got a place to place it. And, I mean, for me, I like flat land, always cut and stuff like that. So, and if I ever want to do anything big or even have somebody farming and all that other stuff, they can lease it out to them because I ain't going to do nothing to it. I might just lease it out to somebody else going to do something to it. And that's going to be like passive income in the long run.
One of the things we got to start thinking about is we got to start thinking about turning man's money into God's money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when you do that, you're taking your dollar bills, you're taking anything that's kind of worth of value to man, putting it in land, putting it in, it could be gold or stuff that absolutely will increase in value
For sure.
in a couple of years. That way, you kind of get out of the race of trying to, keep collecting money because money eventually is going to be kind of non-existent.
Right.
It's going to go back. Everything's cyclical. So there was no money at one time. Now there's money, and then eventually there will be no money. But whoever owns the land, whoever owns, properties, all that stuff will actually still be okay.
Livestock.
Yeah, livestock. You know, people need to eat.
Oh,
People
for
need
sure.
to drink. You know, people. You know, need
Actually,
to do certain things. So
there's some that I read. The United States government is offering, I think, a few $1 million to black and minority owned farmers.
Mhm.
So that's something that maybe people that didn't know, if you have farm, you can actually, that there'll be grants available for you to grow
Yeah.
in that.
You said per farmer, a couple mils.
Look at 'em.
No, I think that
Yeah, you got me thinking.
no, not per farmer, but I think it was like 2 point some million allocated to black
Black-owned farmers.
and black minorities.
Okay.
So that in that case they can, because a lot of black and brown are going into that farming, so those funds will be allocated to them in buying materials that they need to upkeep.
Yeah.
Because
Equipment. Farm.
equipment, food
Is this
storage
just for this
soaring.
current government or?
Yeah, this is current government. It just
Okay.
came out like
Yeah.
last week.
yeah, it might change.
That's what I'm saying. It might not be there.
What
You better get your money now.
What can I
What
want to
can
achieve in the
I
next 5 years? I definitely want to start that program. I've been hyped up on as far as the Boys to Men thing this year. And just like you having different plans, there's another guy that I had included in that. He's leaving. I think he's going to, I don't even know, somewhere in the
What?
circle.
One of your teachers?
Yeah, well, the Spanish guy that I was kind of getting buddies with, because I thought he would be a big plus with the Spanish kids, trying to bring them.
Bring them up,
yeah. But yeah, definitely start that. Actually, start planning out my retirement. So that's,
Oh,
that's
okay.
kind of,
I never thought you was thinking about it.
Yeah, it's,
Now or in the-
within 5 years.
You have to- okay.
Yeah, just once you have a plan, at least you know where your steps are going to
Mhm.
take.
What is? I mean, I guess what my question is for you. What would be the perfect retirement? For you.
Well, I think, as much as I have trouble with the dogs and all that kind of stuff, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So I've changed my mindset a little bit on that, and I enjoy it, and I get so much affection, love from the dogs, from the puppies, and some of the stuff. It's so funny. If you ask an average person, they would almost pay money just to go pet puppies. You know what I
Yes.
mean? It's like, as long as you can overlook some of the other stuff, or
The
get
average
somebody
American.
else to do.
You got
Average American, yeah, absolutely, yeah, it's not. Yeah. Well, I'm saying even people coming over here. You know what I mean? People are lonely. You know what I mean? And dogs
Yeah.
provide, I guess that,
Comfort
Anyways,
zone.
yeah, I see that getting bigger. My wife's already buying more dogs. So I see us actually probably putting something back on our back property a little bit as far as, just having a whole big kennel,
Yeah.
So just retiring from
Yeah, retiring
School.
that system, but
Yeah.
creating something and also working on that business, like growing that business.
Yeah, the business could
Gotcha.
definitely grow, without
Gotcha.
a doubt, so
It ain't bad. I think.
see it happen.
Yeah.
All right.
Make it happen.
Another tough question. How do I manage my time effectively, or do I? How do I manage my time effectively, or do I? I'll start.
I'll just be
My
chilling.
time is definitely managed, with the business that we have.
Yeah.
Within the morning, I got to do stuff. At night, I got to do stuff. There's a feeding in the middle of that. So with that business, my time kind of is managed well. I really don't do a whole lot of other stuff except, with the podcast stuff. And, when I'm at work, I do work, obviously. But it seems like my time really is
Control.
allocated. Yeah, it's controlled fairly well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm lazy. I don't sit there and watch Netflix all day. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't waste a lot of time. And like I said, I actually took on a mantra. I'd rather be educated than entertained,
Mm-hmm.
which is good. You know what I mean? Because when you think that way, then it makes decisions throughout your day. What to do.
Right.
So, and obviously, eventually, it's going to pay off more. I don't know where it's going to go, but as far as me, becoming more intellectual in a bunch of different areas. So
I like that.
yeah,
I
so,
think for me, my time can be managed better in terms of I'm that type of person. I don't when I can work 6 days straight.
Mhm.
When I have that one day, I'm like I get antsy. Like what do I have to do? What do I have to do?
oh yeah,
Workaholic.
Person that just to keep it moving. So the thing that I would want to do is break it down and try to train my mind. Okay, this is the time that you need to allocate to sleep. This is the time you allocate. Okay, you just need to rest. This is the time. So I'm trying to like break everything down,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that's also like one of my things that is actually like I'm killing me. So like if I read a book, I'll probably finish a book in like a week or less because I'm like
Yeah, just gotta
I get the
it done.
adrenaline. I love the adrenaline of like starting and finishing stuff quickly.
You're definitely a technician.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
So that's but I need to just know how to manage my time and know when to do things because in that case I can get into something where I can efficiently and properly use my brain, when to shut it down, my body, when to shut it down. That's just the management I feel like I need.
Okay. What about you, Mo? Time management.
Definitely very efficient in that manner. I have Outlook in my computer. I use a calendar to manage all my weekly, schedules. Usually, like if I get distracted, I'm actually off due to the fact that my plan did not go accordingly to how I planned it. And I always check in within a couple weeks or 3 weeks to see how much I improved or what I got done and where was I lacking that within that time frame. So
He on point.
yeah.
Yeah, there's something. There's something I was watching. Because I watch all kinds of different ideas on social media. But this one guy said he actually allocates a certain time frame, like say from 3 to 5 in the afternoon, to do emails, and he doesn't do emails any other time. He makes a time during his week to have meetings. He said one of the biggest wastes of time is jumping back and forth to different things. So he tries to block time, for his different ideas, and says that works well for him. It's a different
smart,
mindset. That's more along your line than me because I don't want to be that important. I don't want to be that important. So
No,
Yeah.
thinking about that too is like being able to stimulate your mind for a specific thing, right? 'Cause
Right,
I think when
yeah.
you jump back and forth, you're not focused on a specific thing,
Mhm.
so you're not. It's like giving 50% or less. If
Yeah.
you're just allocating that time to that specific thing, all your attention is paid to that. And to me, I think that makes sense.
yeah, remember those three steps I told you guys? You're either a technician, you're a manager, or an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
If you understand the difference between the three, like for me, like I feel like I'm an entrepreneur sometimes when I'm looking at business and trying to make it bigger and make it work well. But I still have to turn myself from my mind into the technician 'cause I still got to clean up. I still got to. I'm like, it's usually beneath me, or I think it is, But if I don't do it, it don't get done.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, if you're able to slot that in three different things, like managers just trying to look at tasks and make sure everything's working efficiently.
Understood.
So what about your time, brother?
I just do it as it go. I don't really have
Right?
I don't really have no timing of doing anything. So if it happens, it happens.
You got freedom. That's what he got.
It's not okay. Okay, what is your relationship with money? What is my relationship with money?
Depends on certain days.
Go ahead.
Not if it depends on. I look at it from a point of view of how you make it or how you earn it. So if you're investing and making it in the investment point of view, you make it a lot easier than the worker. So, but I sometimes I do both. I have several investments and when I work, it's just pocket money, anything just to have fun with on my end.
All right, but what's your relationship with money?
My second wife, I'm pretty much bit of money.
You want to say that too loud?
Nah, I'm just kidding. But no, honestly, it has a huge significance, especially this lifestyle and the system of America. You need the money, and they focus a lot on money on my regular basis. So I'll say it's a high priority based on relationship. Just make it simple. But it's not the end of be all.
Okay. What about your relationship with money?
I will go to me last. I wanna hear you.
Okay, I tell everybody, me and money get along.
For sure.
The
I get along with
The
everybody.
idea is the more valuable you make yourself, the more money will chase you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tell myself, I make money doing this, I make money. I don't make nothing. I provide value, I provide a service that brings money to me.
For sure.
If I chase money, that's different. When I chase money, then it just grows wings. You know what I mean? So you don't want to chase it. You just want to make yourself more valuable or, provide a service or, some type of information or something to somebody that will actually, they'll be happy to trade their money for, whatever you're fixing for them.
but your awareness on that is a high awareness. So it's
It's a high. It's
relationship.
like value equals cash flow.
Right.
That's what you got to understand. If you're not valuable at anything, there will be no cash flow.
Oh, for sure.
Living paycheck to paycheck, and somebody's gonna tell you what you
Somebody's dependent.
Right, right.
So the idea is to increase your value.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, to me, my relationship with money could definitely get better. But and I think I like to think myself as I created. I have value,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like the value I need to increase my value.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what I feel like, and I feel like I'm in that aspect where I think my value is enough, but clearly I need to raise my value.
See, we've talked about this before. Those 4 levels of value. How you increase your value is get out of that implementation phase.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the implementer, you're going to get paid whatever somebody else wants to pay you.
Yeah.
If you move, into the unification, or you have more people around you, your value goes up because now you're a manager and you're no longer worried about the day-to-day doing things. So your mind can open up. That leads you up into the communication phase where you can actually communicate 10 different businesses, and still, provide more value, and then it eventually gets to your imagination phase.
Mm-hmm.
If you stay in implementation, you put a ceiling on what money is going to come to you.
Absolutely.
You have to move yourself up
And I feel like that's what I need to. That's what I need to do. Move myself up that. Those 3 stage
stages of value. Yeah.
value. I think that's it. I mean,
Okay.
I think part of it too is like not just content, but like knowing that for me, it's like, how do I go to that? Like, I know those stages exist, but how I
See, the way you can become what's called a solopreneur, where you can take your skills and your business acumen for film and go to different companies and, kind of, just do certain jobs for them and not have to worry about all the rest of the stuff you do for yourself.
Yeah.
And they have a system already based, to be able to hold you up, and you're just providing a certain service. It's like basically becoming a, what do you call that when you go around to different businesses and you're just a helper? It's
You could be a middleman or something.
it's not a middleman. No, I mean it's you are the specialist. You are the person that knows how to do something that a company is looking for. But
The outsource.
yeah, it's really you're outsourcing your skills. Oh my goodness, I'll think of the word. I can't think right now. All right, so here's the next question. What are your responsibilities to your community and your environment? What do you think your responsibilities are to your community and your environment? If you're not thinking of them, then you're kind of self-enthralled. So
I feel like I already served my community.
I mean, it depends what community you talk about.
I put 10 years into my community.
Oh yeah, you did some time, and they ain't bring you shit. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
It's not about you. That's
You gotta have a little something.
For me, my community is to expose them, and also being able to speak for themselves. So it's really just expose them to what's available for you, how can you. So the information that I learned, I know, kind of share that information, but also be able to provide opportunities with my company. I provide opportunities for my community. In terms of environment, I always think about, and me, Wavy, and my brother Omar and my cousin always talk about. If you want to change the environment, you have to, start changing the younger people.
The youth.
Because you got to start young.
So you can't change the younger people, though.
No. Not change, but I'm talking
He
about
said, show them something you don't see. They don't
So
usually
by
see
showing
as norm.
something, you're not changing them. You're changing yourself.
I mean, yes,
Yes,
but
leading by example.
you're changing
That
their
is the
environment. Yeah,
You have control over is yourself.
for sure.
But I'm
Most people
saying,
will say, "Well, we got to start with the young," but I'm saying, the young are the young. You are what you are. If you become stronger, you become better. Mentor better, or whatever. The young will see different and grow up different.
For sure.
but I think also if there goes to a point to where you're not, the earth is gonna be their thing to take care of, right? So knowing that, okay, this is the things that we did, okay, and here's, you can learn from us.
That's the only thing they can do.
Yeah, learn from us and then do it your way. But it's also like making sure that they're not in that system. It's showing them, okay, this is the system. It took us 30 years to figure out we were in the system. But we want you to understand. We want, you to get out of the system.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's giving the tools and showing the young, okay, this is what we have. This is the data that we collect. Now it's up to you to,
Okay, the one thing I don't want you to start thinking about is I gave to my community, they didn't give me nothing back.
No.
And then don't give to your community anymore.
No, that's
always
not.
gonna have a community. I'm saying it
For
might
sure.
not be here.
Yeah.
It might not be your family. It might be
Yeah.
someone else.
For sure.
I'm saying the more you build up,
Community can be your
around you,
household.
it won't come up.
It can be
You
anything.
can't always think about yourself. You have to think about people around you. When people around you get better,
Yeah.
you're going to get better. So you also are doing stuff.
Yeah, I do stuff for the kids. So for me, I look at it, like he was talking about, more likely focus on the kids and definitely, and for sure. And at the same time, they do have a memory at the end of the day and be like, okay, he did this for me and did this for me, and he never asked for anything back. And usually when I do something for somebody, I don't need it back realistically. So the kids is the most important thing because that's the next generation in my point of view. And I would like to see somebody, start off with nothing and become something. I love seeing that grow in my eyes.
Okay. What community for you, brother?
I'll say me personally, I'm definitely not involved in the programs, but I'll say I lead by example, just based on like how I carry myself and what I do. Hopefully that inspire the kids. Oh, his path is good and his path is different from mine, but at least I have something I can look into. Also, I'm working on like current projects that's gonna benefit the community too, and I'm not just talking about the community as in Pittsburgh community. I look at community as in the whole Bantu community.
Yeah, it could be anything. Yeah, this can be a community as well. And
That's what I said. You gotta understand.
Anything
when
can be
you
a
say I'm
community.
doing it for the kids. You gotta understand. You're not doing it for anybody but you.
For sure, I could
But
respect
when
that.
you're getting better, whatever you're dealing with is going to get better. Just like when I started messing with you guys, trying to make you guys more enlightened, more thought provoked. I became more. You know what I'm saying? You really do it for yourself, but when you do it for yourself, everybody
For sure,
around
for
you
sure.
will actually
Most definitely.
benefit. So, all right, how do I
Helps
handle?
though,
Go ahead. Oh yeah,
Definitely
how do I
helps.
handle power and responsibility?
Power and responsibility.
Yeah.
I don't even really need power. I just,
Power?
not really. I like being solo, be to myself. I don't.
So, what's your definition of power?
I mean, power is having control of something. I mean,
You can be powerful without controlling something, right?
yes, you could, but that's.
Then you gotta look at it like God is,
I mean, I don't.
powerful and he's they let you make your own.
For sure. Because I mean, if I put it in a power's point of view, that's when I get out of character. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with you.
It's funny,
Yeah,
but when you give somebody power, that actually reveals their character.
I mean, they ain't revealing me. I'm just showing you.
Money. You get
Saying
more
the
money.
dictator.
Yeah,
You get more money, you're gonna be more what you were.
right.
If you were giving, if you were happy and everything before you had money, you'd
Right.
be the same thing when you had money.
Right. I can respect
So
it.
how do you handle power and responsibility? If someone made you, say, the ruler of the free world, how would you handle that?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't want it.
You don't.
Nah, I don't want nobody's responsibilities. That's just me. I just want to chill, do my own thing, and my responsibilities. I make sure I handle my own before I do anything else. So that's just how I move.
How would
I'm
you
s-
handle power? Lynn?
I have quite a bit of power actually, and I think I handle it fine.
Okay.
I try to take my power and empower other people with it.
Okay, I like how you put
Because
it.
when you actually have power, you can give it away or you can abuse it. You can do whatever you want with it. So the idea is to acquire power so you can empower other people.
For sure.
And when you're able to do that, then they can acquire power and they can empower others. That's the idea.
Okay.
As opposed to getting power and holding people down and making them do what you want them to do and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Then all you're doing is kind of creating that cycle. They're going to do the same thing to the next person. So power is not something to really shy away from, but you have to know how to wield it.
Yeah.
Same thing with responsibility. So okay. Ooh, this is a tough one for me.
Can I answer that?
Go ahead. Yeah. Power and responsibility, brother.
Honestly, for me, it's pretty simple. I'll have just a mission statement for everybody. It's either you looking like you can handle it however you want. You have your free will, but I want everybody to come back to the same goal at the end of the day.
Okay, hold on. Now you're talking something different. You're talking about everybody else having your mission statement, or
their own.
They have their own mission statement.
Missions, from my
That's
understanding.
what I'm asking. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
I'll say more in line with one mission statement.
Okay, you're never gonna have that. But
Yeah, that's
But
impossible.
like I said, they have the free will to either follow it, but at the end of the day, I want them to always fall back to that mission statement. That mission statement has to be in a good alliance with God, obviously, and that's just my vision of power.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking more control.
That's not control. You have the control. By the end of the day, you need to realize what your purpose here was for.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have that control of your own lifestyle, you decide however you want. But at the end of the day, we all gonna go back to that source. That should be your mission statement. Realize how is that going to impact your decisions in life.
But
I just want people to be aware of that.
I think he's basically saying, you know, God is like, I want you to follow me, and here's the steps to come to me, my child.
Mm-hmm.
But you have your free will.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose. But at the end of the day, we have to be on the same. If you want to be what
Aligned.
I want to be, we have to see eye to eye. We have to be in the same lane.
I'll just make it more visible.
Which I don't think is religion, because religion is man's way of getting back to God, and they.
No, mission
ten-
statement has
No, that's not.
nothing-
I'm just trying to make.
I'm just saying there's 10,000 different ways of religion, so
Yeah.
that's not gonna be one mission.
You know, you going in
Yeah,
tangent here.
No, I'm just wondering. Yeah, I'm wondering where it's coming from.
Okay, we can move on.
All right. So, what are the things I procrastinate on, and why? What do you procrastinate on, and why? You're shaking your head. So go
Oh, I
ahead.
already know. It's my phone. Like I throw that shit away. Honestly, social media. Yeah, it's a lot of procrastination in that end. You know, you go to
We about to hit that
Instagram all day.
We're about to hit that today. There's some consumer.
For me, I'd say promoting. The thing that I'm procrastinating about is promoting my business.
Well,
Promoting your job.
Marketing, that's important.
marketing. Yeah, I
But you
talked about
understand,
it.
though, when you're working your butt off and you're working 10 hours a day, to promote that is to make that even worse, to make it 16 hours a day, 20 hours a day. So your mind is in conflict. Why promote something if all it's going to mean is, more? It's like when I told
More.
my wife, we need more dogs. We need to produce more, product to sell. She's like, well, that just means there's more work. Okay, in a job there is.
That's
In a
common sense.
business, you just need one more worker.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's how you're thinking.
yeah, the employee.
I
Yeah.
can see why you're kind of conflicted with, not wanting to promote.
I mean, yeah,
much.
but you're gonna say more work. I mean, you need to hire people yourself. So,
When your mind expands to that one extra person, you don't know where it's going.
yeah.
What's
So,
the definition of promoting? I didn't understand.
I mean, he never said his definition.
For everybody.
He said, "How would you like to promote yourself?"
My definition of promoting is to attract more clients. So whether it's like, hey, we have a 20% in this category of, say like I'm doing like, what are they called? Portfolio pictures, or I'm doing like engagement pictures or baby showers, like stuff like that, like just to be like, hey, I'm here, I can do this, and this is the stuff that
You talking about like displaying it online? Is that
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
saying?
Absolutely,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But you can understand, the more he promotes, the more people that are coming at him,
absolutely more work.
the more workers.
I mean, yeah. Then that's when he got to sit down and think about. I need.
He's gonna look like that.
I'm making more money, so I need more employees. I mean, you just gotta make it break it down, make more sense. Even if he gets more employees and still make the same money, he's not the person who's doing it. Yeah.
All right, anybody else want to talk about procrastinating?
I mean, me is cleaning up. I hate doing that. Just keep it real with you.
Okay, what are the things I am willing to fight for? What are the things you're willing to fight for?
It depends how deep fighting you're talking about.
I'm talking.
You talking about life or death?
Yeah, I'm talking about what are you willing to die for? It might be it.
I thought it's a different story.
Different story.
Nah, I let things go.
Oh hell no. Hell no.
I mean, it depends what you're talking about.
self-defense. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's
If you're trying to kill me, it's either you survive or I survive. I'm gonna definitely fight for my life.
How often does that ever happen?
It doesn't happen. But if it ever do, I'll make sure that I'm the one living out of that situation.
I feel you.
For me, the things I was fighting for, I would say
he's funny.
family. You know, my relationship with Allah
Oh yeah.
and my purpose.
What's your purpose?
My purpose is to tell stories.
Okay,
That lens.
understood. At the message.
What is
You gotta die. You gotta lock in if that's something you're willing to
That
die
voice.
for. That means you gotta be committed. Like
That's what he's committed.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
He said
'cause
he's been-
I'm
He's been doing it for
20
years.
in with filmmaking.
Hey, it might be another 70 years.
Yeah.
Just make sure you decide on that.
Some successful years. That's what you're talking about.
And I mean, there's people who are 70 years old, that's, still doing. Obviously, they got to the point where they have other people around them, and they're just like, "Can you can do that?"
You don't even you want a manager to get to that point. Not even you can do that.
Yeah, those are the things for me. I was fighting for.
That's dope for real.
What about you, Lee?
Wow. It's funny though. The longer you live, the less things are that important.
Right.
You can see yourself without. Things I'm willing to fight for is probably the children I service.
I can feel it.
Besides that,
What you mean? Can you explain?
as far as like, I see some kind of I call them atrocities, but I see
Atrocity?
Well, I'm just talking about if someone's say someone's getting pulled into a van, I'm doing the best I can to go get that before.
Yeah. He said any harm that's to the children
Yeah.
in any kind of way.
Obviously, they don't happen hardly ever.
Yeah.
But the daily stuff, like I said, fight for their, I guess, sanity more than anything, because what's going on around them, they can't even process. How they're being indoctrinated, how they're.
It's moving too fast for them.
Yeah, it's going so fast that they're. I mean, it goes back to what I'm going to talk about today. Being a consumer instead of a creator, we basically made a world of a bunch of workers. You know what I mean? When you're a worker, you have really very little control over your life.
Oh,
The
no.
majority of people in this, especially in America, are just not happy. They say Monday is the worst time of the week as far as heart attacks. Because they don't want to go to work. So people have heart attacks on Monday more than any other day of the week.
I sleep more on Mondays.
Yeah, I sleep in any. But I'm saying the idea though is, like I said, try to fight for what is right.
Right. I could understand that.
As far as
Enlightening them more, waking them up.
waking them up for sure. Yeah, because I mean, the more light you have in you, the less darkness can actually penetrate. So there's a lot of darkness in there. So, yeah, and with that program I have, it's gonna start out almost the way we start out. Who am I?
Yeah, I mean, it could be the same, really closer structures.
Kids have no identity whatsoever.
Yeah.
So they end up now. Another thing with the children is they definitely need rites of passage. In America, we don't have any rites of passage. It's like, when do you become an adult? When you're 18, or when you have your first lay down with a female? Are you an adult now?
Nah. You could do that.
So,
Yeah.
it's just understanding those different levels, manhood and stuff like that. It makes sense to
Right.
So once they're at least aware of it. So, okay, what kind of parent do I want to be, or am I? What kind of parent do you want?
I mean, I feel like I'm gonna be the parent. I'll be strict when things need to be done, but once everything is done, you can do whatever you like.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how. Just chill person.
What kind of parent are you, brother? It's hard to put
I'm
into words.
I would say it's not that difficult. The parent that I was, and the parent that I am, and the parent that I want to be, they're all two different. So the parent that I was, it was a parent of everything was strict, and my kids couldn't see me as the fun parent.
Mm-hmm.
The parent that I am now is understanding. Also, I'm not gonna say stricten, but know that there's things to you can't. There's no such thing as freedom. You have to have some type of like rules,
Yeah.
and then also once you have these things, then we can have fun. So I'm trying.
Yeah, for sure.
The parent that I'm trying to be is to just be,
It's always hard to put
freedom and encouraging.
Okay.
At all
That's the
times.
parent that I'm trying to be. But for right now, it's like understanding,
Yeah.
set of rules, and then after that, we can have fun. But the parent that I'm trying to be is just be able to be encouraging, supportive, in whatever decision they make.
What about you, Mo?
It's a good question.
That's a great
I've thought about
question.
it a few times before. I'll say a parent that leads by example for sure.
Uh-huh.
Because that's what really is going to make that impact on your child. What you do is they're going to end up probably,
Wanting to do
in that. And I'll say having a structure is definitely not what I'm going to lead by, and once I lead by that, hopefully they fall in line. And I definitely want to be an understanding parent. Like if things go left for them or whatever, just in case they need somebody to, to be there or ask for them for anything, I want to be that parent there to be understanding.
Okay. So the way I would answer this, because I'm at school and I'm like the parent ingratio, whatever they call it, gracias, when the kids come to me, is there's different levels where the kids are at, and you have to meet them where they're at. Some kids need that firm, no, you ain't allowed to do it. They need all the basic stuff, which you're supposed to really install, from like birth to like 5. They never got it. So that's what they need. Some kids need to be just left the heck alone. I mean, I've actually started out as a teacher trying to control everything, thinking it's my job to make sure you do this, you do this, you do. I figured out that it's not my job to make you do that. It's my job to figure out how to teach you how to kind of take your energy and use it to the good. You know what I mean? Because you can use your energy good or bad, your choice. If you're using it to the good, I don't need to tell you anything. You know what I mean? Now you're learning. You're in that point where you're actually understanding you can do it on your own. You don't have to listen or wait for a teacher to tell you what to do. And like I said, it changes as you go because you have younger kids and you have one a little bit older and you have a real young kid and you don't have any kids yet. So it's going to change.
Yeah, definitely going to change.
Understanding that they need different things at different levels of their life. As long as they get what they need at that certain level, then you can allow them to become a parent. That's all.
What age would you say is when you should actually focus? I mean, obviously,
focus on what?
They don't need anything much other than just doing me at the moment. Like, what age would you say is a good time to give them a little guidance, a little structure, or whatever?
From the jump, from the beginning, around 2. Like around 4, from my understanding. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to go
Hopefully
back.
You can understand every word I'm saying.
No, I mean, you're saying, but you still need like the structure base.
Get the actual breakdowns. I could find that for you. But the idea is it's like becoming, they're kind of their authority figure in the beginning. Then you become their coach, and you become their kind of like a confidant. And then you become their friend as they get older.
Yeah.
But it's
and they become adults.
Stages. Yeah, and the kids obviously are going to mature at different ages.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody
There's
different.
kind of breakdowns of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't have it on me right now. So.
Oh, good.
All right. So what? I'm gonna probably one more question. Then get to this stuff because these questions are a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Am I holding on to something I need to let go of? Think about it. Is there something in there you need to let go of? Are you holding on to something that's holding you back?
Yeah.
There's something called escape velocity. When you let that go.
I mean, I have plans of changing it, but the only thing for me maybe the city. Other than that,
let go of your location.
Yeah, realistically, because money's too slow here, from my point of view.
Oh, by city, I'm thinking about just urban, like
He's talking
skyscrapers and stuff. He's talking about Pittsburgh. He's talking
Yeah, for sure. I already have plans of doing that. Like, I mean, the only thing I'm waiting on is my wife at the moment. She's still doing her little school and stuff. Yeah. So once she finished, I gave her until 2030. If she ain't done by then, I'm gone. So I'm just told her the truth. I mean, that's a long period of time in my books.
That is a long.
Yeah, but
that's 5-6 years.
So what you holding?
Yeah.
Let go of.
Honestly, for me, it's simple. I need to. It's not like let go. It's something I need to work on,
Yeah.
and it's sleep. I don't know. I need to let go of the distractions and trying to do too much at the same time, trying to learn, do this, all extra shit. I need to let go of that and improve my sleep, and it's
Okay.
something I'm still working on.
Yeah. What's usually like
I know when it comes to sleep, I sleep anywhere.
Yeah, he's wildin'.
Yeah, y'all lucky, man.
Man, no, he's lucky. Like, we was on the plane. That boy was slop. He was in the car. He slept.
Damn.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, you know you working hard.
I'm calm. The thing
I couldn't believe
about
it.
It's like I ain't got people, nobody. I'm at peace with myself.
good.
I ain't worried about nothing.
I ain't worried about nothing either. But
It's not even that.
it don't come.
It's not happening.
To me, it's the thing that I need to let go is to
Fuck it out.
understand that there's better filmmakers than me.
Yeah, for sure.
like
That's-
perfection.
Exactly. And
Doesn't have
no,
to
it's not. If anything, it's ego.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I need to let go because
Okay.
I feel like I am the best at the best, and I don't think anybody can replicate my work. But that's
I mean, before you, somebody felt that way too.
that's what I need to let go.
All right, last question. What are some questions that you're afraid to ask yourself,
Sheesh.
and why?
I ain't afraid to ask myself. Nah. I deal with myself every day. I can't be afraid of myself.
Not afraid of yourself at all.
Nah.
Is there any question you're afraid to ask?
Yeah,
I mean,
what
it-
about you? I want to.
That's-
Yeah, that's a good question.
You're
Afraid
fr-
to ask a question of myself.
Why are you cleaning up shit? Nah, I'm just joking.
I have the best at cleaning.
I'm just joking. That's what I'll ask you if I was you. But I mean,
best of
Tell him, boy.
uh,
Hold back.
yeah.
nah,
We throwing nothing.
I don't feel like I'm worth doing it. I don't do it.
The only question I'm afraid to ask a little bit is this what God put me here for? That's definitely
Yeah, that's a good
question because sometimes you don't like your answers. I ask myself all the time though because I'm like, I know He didn't put me here to take care of animals. There's got to be something bigger.
Cause I mean, most likely it could take care of itself, realistically.
They were even wild. They would live or they would die.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What you think?
If you always concerned about that, you're always gonna ask that no matter what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
because you have to accept that on your own terms and when you feel it's
I
right.
do accept it. Now I have accepted it, but does that make it right?
You still gotta ask yourself.
Yeah,
got
that's the
that-
question.
That's
That's what I was
you.
talking about.
What is your alignment with God and the source?
Oh, I
It-
definitely
it won't feel right if you know
God
that.
in the source. That's why
Yeah.
when He puts that question in your head, what's He putting it there for?
That means you gotta come up with something new.
It ain't working.
Yeah, the question keeps popping up.
Yeah, it ain't working.
Yeah.
You need to, I think
You should be grateful because some people don't even get that and like that. They just think what they're doing is correct, but
I was thinking about the thing that you said. Now, if the same thing keeps coming up over and over again, obviously you haven't made the right decision. So you need to rethink your decision and
For sure.
change that course because you can't be doing the same thing over and over expecting different answers.
your heart will know for
Ex-
sure.
I can say amen to that.
Yeah.
All right, let me hit this up real quick. There's 7 spiritual laws. There's probably a lot more than this, but these are just the ones we're going to deal with right now. Law of creation. You must create something because you're made in the image of God, and the first thing God tells us about Himself is He's creative. Okay, law of speech. Words are for communication and creation. People use words usually just to communicate, but they're actually used for creation also. Law of deliverance. You need to be able to separate the dark from the light, moving from dark to light, so you enlighten yourself, delivering us from ignorance. Law of naming. Okay, if you can name something, you can control it. The reason why God told Adam to name all the animals is because when Adam was watching the animal and how it acted, or whatever he named it, now he's supposed to dominate the animal. So if you can name the animal, you can dominate the animal. So now it's like whenever something new comes up, we put a name on it. Now we think we can control it. That's exactly what's going on in the world now. Okay, law of progress, moving towards the light, your future self, not your past and present self. Don't get comfortable now, so you want to progress. Law of systems. Okay, hard work is demonic. Work to become something by creating systems. Think about God. He came down here, He made the whole place in 6 days. After that, the systems run the place. Okay, we try to, control everything. It has to be with me. It has to, the only way it's going to work is if I'm there. That's not the law system. That's the law.
Why are you talking to me? Why are you talking?
No,
why are you talking
if-
about me like that?
is pointing to the right direction.
Absolutely.
Okay, law of sin, missing the mark. That's what the definition says, is to miss the mark. Not understand what God says about a thing, knowing God's truths. Okay, now talking about consumer to creator. When I did this work yesterday, I kind of figured out this is some of the most important work I've done in a long time. If you can get your mindset from being a consumer to being a creator, it changes a lot of the issues that consumers have. It changes a lot, of understanding that, to how to be a creator. So Facebook, social media, Netflix, spectator sports, video games are there to make us consumers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We see an endless stream of content to consume or items to buy. We spend our time and money on distractions to escape daily life. Okay. If your life sucks and you can sit there and watch a Super Bowl, all of a sudden you're happy as heck for, a day and a half and your team wins. Okay, this can be destructive and dangerous, using money as a resource to entertain yourself. It leads to what's called instant gratification.
Mm-hmm.
We wonder why kids want it now, have to do it right now. They have to do what they want to do. I'm saying we're basically building them that way. When they're using a Facebook, they can go to any content they want to, and they can get it right this second. Okay, as consumers, we only satisfy ourselves, our needs, our emotions, our well-being. It's called quick highs, or called dopamine hits. So when you're consuming media and it's flipping over every 30 seconds, and then you have a child going into school sitting for an hour and a half, which I don't think is a good idea anyways, for a double period of math or double period of communications, they can't sit that
They
long.
do double periods now?
They have been forever. Yeah.
What?
They've been doing that for a long time, yeah.
Not when I was there.
They do double periods of math and double periods of communication. It's 45,
In one day?
45. It's back to back usually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They moved
I
it
got
around
that
because
one.
They think math and communications, if you have those two, then you can do anything.
Why do they keep pushing people on math?
I mean, you need math. I mean, basic math. They ain't none. Basic math is all you need, from my understanding.
Y'all math nerds wouldn't understand.
But
man.
here's the thing though. Even with basic math, like, is it because most of the people that are really good at math end up hiring accountants anyway.
No.
So, no, I'm serious.
No. I'm sorry, man. You know how computers are made?
Mm-hmm.
The internet?
Okay, we.
Yeah,
None of that
you're
shit
talking
is
about
math.
what you call it, binary
It's just
codes.
that's
and all that
coding,
stuff.
yeah.
A regular, so you telling me, okay,
Society's running on math technically right now. Like,
For
a
sure,
lot of
that's
this stuff.
common sense, but
Once you get to that certain level, that's why they're like, okay, as we advance technology wise, math is very critical in that way.
I don't think the thing is, if you're a creative person, you come up with a specific thing that people need to use. You don't, as the creative person, you don't need to know the math that goes in there and all that. You don't need.
That's why they got communication and math.
No,
That's
but
right too, right?
No. They have different subjects, but those two subjects are double period every day.
And I understand exactly why. The
And they give you
communication
homework.
part just answers his question.
yeah, that's
No,
maybe
he's talking
Pittsburgh
about,
Public.
having
He has the idea. He needs to communicate that to the accountant or whoever he wants, or the programmer. You need that communication skill set.
He's
Some
talking-
people don't
You
get
tell
that.
the program, I need this card to do this. That's what probably Elon
If you don't
Musk
have
said,
a
I need
plan-
to do this, make it happen.
Then he's not gonna do with that because you're not giving him a plan, a set of tasks, or certain goals. You need to think like a CEO. You need to have that all planned out accordingly in order to execute on it.
And then you become in control. You're like, okay, now I want to control the aspect of this is what's going on.
Then he's never gonna create your creativity what you want. If you just tell him do this, he's gonna do what
I
he
get it.
wants.
You're a math advocate. I'm
I'm
just
not-
You're a
I'm
math
not an
advocate.
I do love that. I do
He's-
enjoy that.
he loves
I
math
was teaching
and-
that shit
and-
in class. All that shit.
and he's a consumer. So here,
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit you hard.
All right, let's do it. Let's
As
do it.
consumers, you're being marketed by someone else to build what they want.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Simple
Just
as
letting
that.
You know, you're being marketed by other people. Okay, most people watch TV, spend the night out, paying for your attention. Benefits creator of these things that have caught your attention. Okay, we need to spend less time and money building other people's dreams,
Bill
busy
Young.
building our own dreams.
Simple.
Okay, so as a creator, when we are being creators, we're putting out products, services, or information for people's answers to their problems. It's called lifelines. Okay, that's the idea of a creator. As creators, we serve others, which is extremely gratifying. Okay, serving yourself only lasts for so long, and then obviously you need someone else to serve you. As creators, we are more observant to problems and can give attention to solving the problems that they will happily trade their money for a solution to that problem that is costing them a lot of money. So you're actually looking at the world differently as a creator as opposed to a consumer. It's like, what can I get, to satisfy me for Friday night? Oh, we're going to this dance, or we're going to, watch something on TV, as opposed to what can I solve, and then the money will chase your value. That's the idea of a creator. So creators are more disciplined, more efficient, and more patient. When patience is required, you also have what's called delayed gratification.
Mm.
Okay, if you can delay your gratification, then, like I said, it can build up, and with leverage, it can actually grow way bigger. So here's a question to you guys: what have you created today?
I just woke up. I just thought about. I ain't create that.
What'd you create today?
Like, in
Don't
terms
matter.
of
What did you
anything,
create today?
what did I create today? I
Consumer?
created a cup of coffee first thing in the morning. Instant gratification. Nah, I actually created some plans too, like from this month. I had to fix all that stuff. Yeah.
What did you create?
I created my fantasy in the next 2 years.
Today.
Beast for that.
Yeah.
What did I create today? Oof. I created a better smelling environment. This morning when I got up and moved all that, did a bunch of laundry and created that.
I can understand that.
The day just started. It's still got a lot of creativity.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a very it's a question that I feel like we should ask at the end of the day.
I'm
Yeah.
saying you got to start at the beginning of the day to get your mind on it. So at the end of the day, you have an answer for me.
Actually,
I can respect.
You just kind of brought two things that click in my mind.
Uh-oh.
You made him a genius.
I don't know.
Like in a mug.
No, my thing is I always try to connect. I always try to connect a lot of things that the life is very, very simplistic, right?
Mhm.
We make it very difficult.
Mhm.
There's a lot of things that connect and that make sense. So if you look at nature,
Mhm.
how nature acts, like we talked about the storm. It only lasts for a certain amount of time,
Mhm.
but what comes after the storm?
Math will help you with that. I'm dead ahead.
No, of course it's calculation. You got to calculate if that. I understand that. No, I understand math to run the world because to communicate with people you need to use binary codes and all this other stuff like the astrophysicists. All this is all math. I understand that.
Your body DNA is math. You only got a certain amount of chromosomes. You got a certain amount of cells.
Yeah.
All billions of. I understand all that. I'm just saying. Math doesn't fancy me as much as.
Right.
So-
it should though. It should.
Yeah.
Though. It would definitely help.
But just to after the storm, beautiful things come after the storm. When you enter a tunnel, it's dark for a little bit, and then after that, you see something else beautiful on the other side of the tunnel. Like in terms of what you're saying, you got to start early. What did you create today, rather than wait at the end of the day? You're like, oh, I haven't started anything. Now you're already stimulating your mind. If I haven't done anything, I need to go do something.
Yeah.
The idea is changing your idea of consuming something to creating something.
For sure,
Changing
for sure.
your mindset. That's the idea. Okay, when you become a creator, you will take your life and shape your life instead of your life shaping you. Okay, when you're a consumer, oh my God, the game was postponed. I got nothing to do today.
I work like that.
Oh, I can't believe it. COVID, made us stay inside.
I made most. I made a lot of money that time.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I couldn't complain
but
then.
For the consumer, like I said, it's weird.
That's true though.
Okay, you will be in control of what exists in your life. Okay, to be in control of what exists in your life because you created. Okay, creating your destiny is available to you as long as you give up your excuses of why and how your life is happening to you. Okay, you got to get in the mindset of life is happening for you. Okay, it's not happening to you. It's not happening by you. It's happening through you. Mm-hmm. That's that third level. Okay, it's liberating and you will no longer be a weak victim of society and the world. Okay, when one thing happens, I swear I'm watching, I don't know why it keeps popping up with the politics and stuff. you have two different people talking about the same exact thing, and it's totally different on what they're saying. It's just how their lens is seeing that situation.
Yeah, it's all about perspective.
Yeah, it's wild. Okay, everything in your life will change when you decide to make it happen. Okay, you create more beautiful relationships, you create wealth and abundance by creating businesses, creates more income. Information and technology are available to do so many different things. Okay, that's called leverage. Okay, when you're able to use technology to actually work for you, and you don't have to do all the calculations yourself because they got apps,
AI.
they got programs, and they make it as easy as possible. You saw on a computer.
Who's they, though?
Bill Gates.
AI.
Well, they can do it because I ain't doing it. They have Windows.
No, you have to have a day. You have.
Okay, well, they're doing it.
I can.
I'm leveraging it.
You got the message. I love it.
Okay.
Same here.
So we need to use our money to invest and to reach goals to better ourselves. Learning plus growing equals increased value. You need to invest in relationships to save time. Networking. Okay, it has to be who, not how. You don't have to know everything. You just have to know someone who knows how to do that thing.
You got the
That's their
message.
value.
And I'll pay them what I want.
That's their value. Yeah,
Hey.
think about it like that.
I mean, he ain't lying there.
Yeah. So we need to cultivate an investment mindset. Okay, changing man's money into God's money. The idea is, like I said, sitting there on a bunch of money, bunch of cash. I mean,
It ain't working.
It ain't gonna work.
I mean, it's losing value too.
Yeah, the only way money had any value at all is if it moves.
I never understood that one in the
Money
beginning. I
has to move.
said, how the fuck can I lose value when I got it in my hand?
Yeah.
But then I understood. Yeah, inflation hit. I'm like, okay, I got the message.
So as a creator,
That's-
yeah, you gotta understand, money has to move to have value.
Yeah.
It has no value. You're in the middle of the ocean and you're in a desert island.
It's not
$1
valuable.
million in a case, that thing ain't worth nothing.
It can't get you water.
Some clean water.
Simple as that.
Okay, so as a creator, every day is a blank page that you could fill in with what you truly desire. So as a creator, every day is a blank page.
Oh, that's how I live my life every day.
It's a blank page, huh?
Yeah, it's a blank page. Yeah.
So you can fill it in with what you truly desire.
That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah. Remember, desire plus non-resistance equals true desire. So desire plus non-resistance equals true desire.
Mm-hmm.
Can anybody
Desire
explain
plus
that?
what non-resistance?
Okay.
Non-resistance equals truly desire. So how do you get
Desire.
desire equal true desire by eliminating non-resistance math?
I like that. I mean, it makes sense to me.
Yeah. So it's your resistance actually to keeping you from what you truly desire
Yeah.
is what's holding you back. Okay, it's not working harder for it. It's just getting rid of what's actually blocking you from getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so every time you spend money, you're casting your vote for the kind of world you want to live in. Think about that.
Say that one more time.
Every time you spend money, you're casting a vote for the kind of world you want to live in.
Because you're taking it out, taking away from yourself. I mean, that's
Well, when you spend your money, you could be a consumer. You could, be,
an investor.
yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
My brain just.
Yeah.
You're right though. That it's
Yeah.
making, I just like shit. I didn't
Every
even think
time you
about it.
spend money, you're actually casting a vote for what kind of
For
kind of
sure.
world you want to live in.
Simple as that.
All right. So basically, like I said, that to get the kid to start thinking on the same lines as a creator is going to stop him from, the instant gratification, stop him from wanting to, thinking they're missing out on, all those friends getting together this night. Like I said, he has to get on a mindset of trying to create something every day. And then with that, like I said, when you have a whole bunch of creators in one area, then the excitement is going to be different, you know what I mean, than a whole bunch of consumers.
Definitely
like I
understood.
said, that I think is one of the things that's going to break kids up quicker than anything. Just to understand the difference. There is a difference between creator and consumer, and what's the difference between, and how can I be a creator? Because as a creator, your money is limitless. As a consumer, and that's why when people with 9-to-5 jobs, and most would be consumers, because they're just, like I said, they're trying to drown out why they can't be a millionaire. Why can't I have what this person has?
Because they don't see it. They look at the $9, they ain't going to get them none.
And what happens? I'm telling you, these kids,
Yeah.
we go on all these trips. They got $10 in their pocket. They can't wait until they can get rid of it.
Spend it. I swear to God. I used to be just like that.
Pocket. I was the same way.
Every kid used to be. I get $1, I run to the gas station.
Go to the convenience store,
Hell
like
yeah.
mad chips, go to the laundromat, look for quarters and shit.
But the worst thing you can do to your money is eat it.
Remember Lawrenceville.
That's bad. So that's what they
Those
do.
are the
That's the
BP.
consumer mindset. You need to get to the creator mindset.
We used to live right by the gas
All right,
station.
this is a little bit extra. Take 2 seconds. Every man needs 3 different men in his life. So this is going to be good for you when you out. A father figure, a mentor, someone whose character and integrity displays the traits of a warrior, an adventurer, and a lover. Someone who can show him the way, a role model that loves him unconditionally. You can use him as a sounding board. So that's one person. A trusted friend. You're at a similar stage in life with. We need that camaraderie. We need friendship, people that you can socialize with and share your concerns with. And you need someone you mentor. So you need to pay it forward. A person we mentor, help and support in their masculine journey.
Mm-hmm.
It's an integral part of being a man to help others on their journey. If not, you will become self-absorbed or self-centered yourself.
Yeah.
So think about this. What walks in the Father runs in the Son.
Mhm.
So you got to think about
What walks
in the Father runs in the Son.
Yeah.
Son. As soon as you said son, the son.
Your son. No, your
Gotcha.
son. Or your daughter. What walks in the Father runs in your daughter.
So basically, whatever you done did, your daughter gonna do 2 times or 3
You
times.
ain't lie. He's just going to be better at it. 'Cause
Lead by example, because
Yeah. So,
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, the main point today was to try and get the difference between being a consumer and a creator.
Okay. Well, you want to be a creator.
Yeah.
Because a consumer, you're going
'Cause
to
you're
lose all the
always gonna
time.
consume slightly. But
Yeah, I mean, that's
comes your
common
life,
sense. Yeah.
And understand
I-
that your life is going to be leveled
I got
out.
like, even I have some rich friends, they're consumers, but they only consume 50% of retail prices. They don't buy nothing unless it's 50% of retail.
It gives you freedom to be able to tell somebody what something's worth.
Yeah.
You have that money.
Definitely.
Down south, it's like anytime you buy gas, it's like if you pay cash, it's one thing. If it's credit, it's another thing.
What?
there's a difference. I mean,
Well, it's just only like a nickel or a dime difference.
I mean, that makes a difference. I
you
mean,
get a better service.
Even my
Like,
guy,
no.
shit.
my garage guy Ron, if
Oh, you
you
can
paying cash,
Hide it. Think about it.
no, if you give him
Come
cash,
here.
it's literally like you get 20% discount.
yeah.
All I can say is when I sell a puppy, it's cash.
I
Because I don't want.
mean, it's common sense. We went to the plane show. The plane show.
About the air show.
Yeah, us, we got cars. We don't carry cash like that. Man, everybody's taking cash. We was like, damn, we got to go to the bank. We had to go all the way to the bank just to go get some cash.
See, why is it
To
different
go
when
get
people with
parking.
money want cash?
Because you can't tax it. They can go around
Sell
the.
it.
Yeah.
They don't want to leave that paper trail.
Yeah, they can
They
say
can hide it. They can
Oh,
be $2. Who knows?
it was
Yeah,
so
right
much
now.
people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's a
They pay
seven-day-
$10. It cost me $10 to get.
Minimize
It was 7-day what's it called, event, and it was $25 a day for parking. I said, God damn.
That's like
Hey.
in downtown. What you mean? Oh, you don't work in the city.
Nah, I never paid for parking. Come on.
I thought I
Downtown, I park for free.
Yeah, because I've been parking
Nah.
somewhere else.
Nah, I got a
Get
valet.
closer.
I got valet parking. Yeah.
You working downtown?
Yeah.
He's only like visiting there sometimes.
No, I can come every day and get a service.
I thought you said you're working at home.
I mean,
Sometimes, yeah.
now it's hybrid because of COVID, but like most days I do. If I want to go in there for like a meeting or a presentation, I have to go in, like in person. I prefer that. But I do work from home most of these, so. But my entire career has been in downtown.
Whole entire carear. That's what I said. Okay.
Years, back in the
Downtown?
You go to Cedar Avenue,
It's
just
downtown.
walk.
Lawrenceville's town.
That's not downtown.
In
Oh,
town.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's in town.
It's not downtown.
Why is that? Why is every place the center like city is called downtown? Wow, do you have a reason? for that?
Downtown's the actual city, limits.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the wording.
Yeah.
I mean, as I look at it, the middle of town,
I think
downtown.
Pittsburgh is Downtown's in.
Yes, it's in the center. Yes.
Center, yeah.
What are you talking about?
And then you have the
That's-
outskirts, you have Bethel Park, you have all the,
Directly, you can see
It's
West
where
End,
all the-
North
all
Side,
the-
East End, South Side. Everything is.
Yeah, all the rivers meet.
Yeah.
That's true.
Pittsburgh is exactly the middle point. Yeah, realistically, you can't consider it that. Yeah.
I believe it. I mean, I just didn't know why though. Like most of like all the cities have a downtown. I didn't know why it was called.
it's just the business district.
Yeah.
They could
I
call
feel
it
like,
that.
doesn't it where it starts and then people start building outwards, right? Yeah.